All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all, Sam Hughes versus Istela Nunes. Shout out to Sam Hughes. She was able to score her first win in the UFC, majority decision win over Istela Nunes. Very competitive fight, good scrappy fight here. Istela Nunes, Sam Hughes, they're kind of the opposites here. You know, Istela Nunes, she's a fighter that starts off fast and kind of fades, whereas Sam Hughes, she's the type of fighter that starts off a little slow, but then she'll kind of pick it up when she gets into a rhythm and finds her timing. And that's how it kind of turned out in this fight. Sam Hughes, you know, she was kind of having a rough start, you know, almost getting picked apart by Nunes in the first round, dealing with the combinations, but she just made the right adjustments. She kept coming with the pressure. She committed to her jab. She found her timing, and she just started putting in some good work, getting some takedowns in this fight, using her wrestling. Overall, you know, I feel like she overcame adversity in this fight. Very, very close, very competitive. Still has a lot of work to do, but she definitely, in my eyes, won the fight, you know, when it came down the stretch. Istela Nunes, you know, there's been some comparisons. Some people in the chats, you know, been saying she reminds me of Viviane Araújo. I definitely see that. You know, I can see some parts, some little shades there of Istela Nunes, you know, having that type of, you know, pep in her step the first round or so, and then you know, somewhere down the line she starts to fade and she starts to lose it, you know. And she's a very sharp striker, you know. She's very good with, you know, letting her hands go and turning these shots over, but down the stretch, you know, she just kind of loses it. And she also doesn't have a very good ground game, you know, whereas Sam Hughes has been improving in her wrestling, you know, already has a good jab and good right hand. You know, if you put that pressure together with her clinch work, you know, she'll find more success. I mean, going back and looking at the first round, yeah, Istela Nunes, sharp, variety of kicks, good 1-2s down the pipe. You know, she couldn't really miss. Everything was sharp, landing those teep kicks, leg kicks. Sam Hughes just kept coming forward, trying to find her openings, you know, hooking those good hooks landing some good hooks from Istela Nunes. Hughes, she started establishing her jab early, though. You know, she was trying to find that home for the jab. You know, she was still game, looking for that rhythm. Istela Nunes, though, one thing that helped her out here was Sam Hughes had a little cut on the bridge of her nose, so, you know, she started working that right hand early and started putting combinations together, and, you know, started drawing blood. And there was an eye poke too. You know, Sam Hughes got poked in the eye by Istela Nunes one time too. Said stop it there because you know, she kind of opens her hands after, you know, kind of when she throws her hands out to defend. You know, that's something that Nunes kind of has a bad habit of. But other than that, you know, Nunes, she won the first round, you know, just staying sharp, just landing combinations and just kind of settling in, you know, moving side to side, avoiding the pocket, you know, just picking her shots sharp. Like I said, everything was snapping and landing hard. I thought she was going to keep this pace upright, but Sam Hughes started taking more chances in the second round, eating some shots to close in, but that's what she had to do. Close in, start clinching up to slow Nunes down. You know, Nunes doesn't, like I said, she was trying to avoid these clinches. That's why Sam Hughes just kept pressing for these clinches. Even though she would break, she would try to press these clinches to slow down Nunes so she could start landing her shots. And it started working. Hughes started landing her jab more. She never stopped jabbing, so I got to give her a lot of credit. You know, she never stopped letting her hands go. Hughes jabbing her right hand, started landing more. She was closing in. Some body shots also. You know, she was incorporating some good body shots to slow Nunes down. Now, granted, Nunes was started the round off sharper, you know, landing a few more shots, I'd say. But Hughes started turning it up in that, I'd say maybe like the 2-minute mark of the second round. And then she got a takedown, and then she just started working the ground and pound. You know, she was able to snatch up that round with the takedown and just much more active work on the ground. Then going into that third round, Hughes just in a rhythm now, you know, finding her timing, setting up right hands. You know, every time Nunes would step in now, she would let her right hand go and it was landing. She found that distance. Nunes, not as sharp. Like I said, the work rate went down here. Then Nunes, once again, stuck out the hand, poked the eye again, so she lost the point. So that did kind of contribute to this round falling into more of Hughes. But in my opinion, Hughes, I think she was going to win it anyway because when they would go into the clinch, you see Hughes start letting her knees go more. She got another takedown, got in some full mount work, and pretty much closed out with Hughes controlling the majority of the round. You know, she was on top, landed some good ground and pound. Nunes was kind of lost on her back, and she was gassed out. So, yeah, I had it 2-1 for Sam Hughes. You know, I think she definitely scooped up round 2 with the better ground work and the sharper shots towards the end of the round. And round 3 was hands down her. Hands down, round 3 was for Sam Hughes. So, yeah, man, shout out to Sam Hughes. Like I said, it takes some work. You know, you just got to go in there and really start to let your hands go early and get into a rhythm early. You can't really fall behind in that first round. You have to start sharp and keep that pace, keep that consistent pace. Unlike what Istela Nunes did, she started sharp, but just faded down the line. Like I said, that is kind of like what Viviane Araújo does. She'll start off sharp, looking good, in and out, all this fancy work, but then sometimes by the second and third, the gas is gone. So, you got to have that IQ and cardio if you want to keep this thing standing. So, yeah, man, Istela Nunes, I think she just got to work on her pacing, her cardio, and definitely got to work on her takedown defense if she wants to, be the type of striker like Marina Rodriguez or Wmma. You got to really master that takedown defense like these fighters, or know how to survive. Sam Hughes, bagging her first win. I'd like to see her get another unranked fight, just to see where she's at, to kind of test her pressure. Montserrat Ruiz, that's a good fight. There really are no soft touches. I mean, strawweight's a beast in general. So Ruiz, any fight like that, Brianna Van Buren, if she comes back during the summer, I know she had to pull out of the Calvillo fight. That's a good fight. Eventually maybe a rematch with Vanessa Demopoulos. That's a good fight. For Istela Nunes, Loma Labutni, those are good names for her as well. But yeah, I think, like I said, the strawweight division, it being so, it just being so talent heavy, you really got to be able to hold your own in this, and there's really no slowing down. So every fight, you got to be prepared to go in there with that killer instinct and just step up and come out guns a-blazing. You know what I mean? Working on that defense, dominance, and discipline, like I always say. So, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all thought of the fight. Who do you think really won the fight? Like I said, I think Sam Hughes did. I know it was a majority decision. One judge had it a draw, but I think she definitely bagged this fight. And she has been showing some improvements. Like I said, you just have to keep on it in every fight. What about Nunes? Do y'all think she can, bag another win in the UFC? I know there was a little layoff she had, like, in between fights I talked about before, like a 2-year layoff, but we'll see, guys. Like I said, I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow or maybe later on tonight. We'll talk more about the card last night. Let me know, guys, what y'all think. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.